Honey, you gotta get up. Okay? You can't let life circumstances get you down. You can't let your home circumstances get you down. And you definitely can't let these relationships get you down. Okay? Because I promise you it's not worth your happiness. So I need you to get up. I need you to shower. I need you to brush your teeth. I need you to get you a good meal. And keep it pushing. I'm going to tell you a story. When I was in 10th grade, I was in my first relationship. And I thought I was so grown. Oh my God, I'm in a relationship. I got a job. My grades are good. I'm bossed up. Like, I'm happy. I'm in a place where I'm supposed to be. And then it's like my life hit a head-on collision with a MARTA bus. Long story short, I got my heart broken. My little bitty 10th grade heart was shattered into pieces. And along with that, I picked up a second job so I could cover my dues at school and then the few home expenses that I had. And I still had to maintain good grades. And I wanted to make the most of my education, so I started doing dual enrollment classes as well. So let's just say I wasn't in a good headspace at all. I was stressed out, 25-8. I was sad, 25-8. And I just really didn't know why I continued to go on. I felt like there was no reason. And I know, well, now with me being older, I know that I shouldn't have let it be as big of a deal as I did. But I was young. It was my first relationship, and I just let it completely destroy me. And then I let my jobs get the best of me, and then I let school and my activities get the best of me, and I couldn't handle it. I didn't know how to. I had never been that emotionally distressed. So there were days where it was hard to get out of bed, and there are days where I just wanted to quit everything. I wanted to walk on the school grounds. I quit every club that I was in, and where I wanted to just walk in my job, throw up the 2 fingers, and leave. And then to come home, and at the time me and my family weren't getting along and had to deal with that. It was just a lot for me. It was very hard for me to handle. But I had to get out of that because I knew that there was more for me. I just didn't know how to access it. So I, moved on. I started focusing on myself, making sure that I had what I needed to succeed, and I was set up for the brightest future that I could make for myself. And that's when my mentality started to change, and I became happier, and I was excited about life again. I was excited about getting up and, finishing this class and going to practice to do this event and everything, just making me happy. It was really hard. It took me a couple years to get there. Not a couple years, like, to get over the heartbreak. It was like a couple years to get to the point where I was happy in everything that I was doing. And if I wasn't happy, I was, I wouldn't let a bad circumstance get the best of me. And it took me a lot of growing to be able to do that. With that being said, your life circumstances. Life is always going to throw curveballs at you. It's always going to pump you with negative energy. But you have to know how to internalize that, flip it, and make it something positive. You have to be able to learn from it and become stronger because of it. You have to be able to grow in those circumstances. And at home, I know your family, you cannot pick your family. Can't do it, and sometimes they get on your very last nerve. I will be the first one to admit it. Sometimes I really just can't stand being around my family, and it's really difficult, especially if you already have enough going on and then having to deal with that as well. It's hard. It really is. But you have to be able to recognize that, okay, at the end of the day, that's your family. They're gonna get under your skin. They're gonna get on your nerves. But you have to pick your battles. You have to be able to decide, okay, I don't feel like arguing today. You got it. I'm sorry. Or whatever you have to say to just dead it, so you can focus on whatever is most important in that moment. You have to be able to recognize when it's worth it and when it's not. And most of the time, family arguments are petty little arguments. Most of the time. Some people go through some other things. I'm speaking from personal experience. And along with those home experiences, like your relationship. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about friendships. This also goes back into family as well, and home life. If it's causing you more trouble to keep that relationship going, and if it's more damaging than it is beneficial to have that person in your life, cut them off. Let it go. Love them from afar, because by doing that, you set yourself up to be in a more positive mindset, and then you're surrounding yourself with people that either share the same ideals as you or support you in the decisions that you make. By doing that and separating yourself from the negativity, that's how you set yourself up to be happier and be more positive. And at the end of the day, that's the goal, is to be successful and be happy about it. You know, it's hard, especially if you're in the rut, you don't know how to get out, you don't have the support system you need to develop and move on and grow. When you don't have that support system, doing it on your own is 10 times harder because you don't have any direction. But at the end of the day, you recognize your feelings, like your instincts. You have to follow your instincts. If you know whatever situation you're in, whatever it is causing you that much heartache and is causing you that much pain, you have to change it. You know what you don't like. You know what you don't want to feel like. So all you can do is just try different circumstances, try and evolve, try to make something better. But you can't sit there in it. You have to get up. You have to take a shower. You have to brush your teeth. You gotta eat a good meal. You have to be at your strongest in order to handle these situations. Because it's not easy. No one ever said it was. But you have to start somewhere. So, get up.